Nigerian democracy threatened? Yes. It is threatened because it's no longer serving the will and the need of the people. It's no longer accountable to the people. It's no longer delivering results that the people require in critical areas of development, education, health, and pulling them out of poverty. Once the democracy is no longer serving the people, is no longer caring for them, is no longer securing them and everything, it's threatened.
Peter Obi fires from Ghana. Why Nigeria's democracy has lost its charm? From Accra, Ghana, Peter Obi didn't just speak. He fired a political shot at Nigeria's ruling class. Standing outside his home country, the former presidential candidate declared that Nigeria's democracy has become uncharmable. But what exactly does that mean? Why would Obi, who is preparing for 2027, say his own country's democracy has lost its beauty? This afternoon, we unpack the truth behind Obi's Ghana statement, the message to Tinubu's government, and the deeper crisis that Nigerians are already living with. But why Ghana? Obi could have made this statement in Lagos, Abuja or Enugu, but saying it in Ghana carried symbolism. Ghana is widely praised for smoother elections and credible transitions of power. In fact, Ghana is often held up as the model democracy in West Africa. By contrasting Nigeria's chaotic elections with Ghana's reputation, Obi made a silent but sharp point. Our neighbor gets it right. Why can't we? This wasn't just a random speech. It was a deliberate comparison, an embarrassment for Nigeria's ruling elites, and a wake-up call to citizens. Now let us see what uncharmable really means. When Obi says Nigeria's democracy is uncharmable, he is exposing 5 bitter truths. 1. Elections don't reflect people's will. INEC's credibility is gone after the 2023 fiasco. Rivers was promised, but results were manipulated. 2. The judiciary is compromised. Nigerians no longer trust that courts will uphold justice. Electoral tribunals have become a theater of political bargains. 3. Money rules the ballot. Votes are bought. Delegates are bribed. Leaders are selected, not elected. 4. Suppression of dissent. From Obedience harassed to Nnamdi Kanu still detained, opposition voices are silenced. 5. Weaponized poverty. How do you defend democracy when you are too hungry to eat? Hunger has been used to weaken resistance. Obi is essentially saying, democracy in Nigeria is no longer about the people. It's about the powerful. Now let us see why this matters for 2027. This statement is not just a complaint. It is a strategy. By declaring democracy broken, Obi is doing 3 things. Preparing the ground. He is warning Nigerians that reforms must come before the next election. Pressuring INEC and judiciary. By saying this openly, he puts international attention on Nigeria's failures. Positioning himself as a reformer. While Tinubu sells Nigeria as stable to investors, Obi tells the world the real truth, that democracy here is under capture. This will matter in 2027. If Obi contests, he can say, I warned you, I spoke up when others kept quiet. But let's be fair, Obi's words also carry risk. Critics will argue he is watching Nigeria's destiny abroad. They will ask, is this patriotism or political sabotage? Yet, Nigerians must ask, if democracy is already failing at home, should leaders pretend abroad, or should they tell the truth so that pressure mounts on those in power? The real issue isn't where Obi spoke, but whether what he said is true, and most Nigerians would agree it is. The people's verdict. Look around. Inflation is crushing households. Food prices are skyrocketing. Unemployment is at record levels. Bandits negotiate peace deals while activists rot in jail. If this is democracy, then Obi is right. It has lost its charm. Ghana may not be perfect, but when Nigerians look across the border, they see fewer election disputes, smoother transfers of power, and a system that at least inspires hope. That's why Obi's Ghana speech hit home. Here is the bottom line. Peter Obi's message from Ghana wasn't just a criticism of Tinubu's government. It was a mirror held up to Nigeria's democracy. A democracy where votes are stolen, poverty is weaponized, and justice is for sale cannot be shamming. It can only be cost. So the question is simple. Will Nigerians demand reforms before 2027? Or will we keep recycling elections that break our spirits? What do you think? Was Obi right to call Nigeria's democracy uncharmable, or did he go too far speaking from Ghana? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Subscribe for more breakdowns. This is Chinick TV.
Once the democracy is no longer serving the people, is no longer caring for them, is no longer securing them and everything, it's threatened.
Okay. So, please, what are your strategies in the upcoming days to change the government?
It is not my strategy. It is the strategy of the people. For democracy to thrive and survive, the people must own it. They must see it as their own. So it is Nigerian people that have to come out and say, well, listen, we cannot continue in this direction by going out to register their vote, insisting that their vote must count. They must know that their singular vote they have in their hand is what is they will use to ensure that those that elect serve them, those that elect care for them, those that elect prioritize their need in areas of education, health, and pulling them out of poverty, in securing them. So they need to come out and demand right governance through ensuring that people who serve them well are elected. It's to get involved in the electoral process and ensure that leaders have competence, the capacity, the character, and compassion and commitment to